Hey. Welcome back to 111 PB Fly. Thanks for supporting your girl. I appreciate you. If you are new here, welcome. If you are one of my subscribers, I'm just so thankful for y'all because this is new. I'm trying to grow this channel and the support is just everything to me. So let's stop babbling and get into the energy. So let's see what's going on for my beautiful people today. All right, I did a reading earlier and a lot of info was in there. I feel like the angels just was like, enough is enough. So we're gonna tap in and see what's going on right now. Okay, it's a different scenario, whole different vibe. Okay, all right, so let's see what is going on. What is going on in the energy? All right, nothing's falling out. Okay, here we go. Love spell in reverse. We got bondage. We got gift. And we have opposition in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have concern in reverse. Okay? So let's see, what is this about? Let's check it out. All right, so first up, love spell in reverse, bondage, gift, and opposition. I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but what I'm feeling is somebody can't do a love spell to reverse the situation that they're in. They had a gift, okay? And with this opposition in reverse, I feel like whoever has this gift didn't abuse it, okay? So maybe somebody, they can't do a love spell anymore. And I feel like, I don't know if this is a backfire and now they're in bondage from the backfires of this. You have a gift, okay? But with this opposition in reverse, I feel like you either don't abuse your gifts or this could be a situation where somebody might want you to help them and you can't help them with your gifts. And this concern is in reverse. So I don't know. Let's see where this is going. All right. Love spell in reverse. First card out is justice. All right. So things are being balanced out after somebody here was dibbling and dabbling in some mess. We have 73 on this card, 86, 17, and 8. So these numbers might be very significant to someone, okay? You could be born in 73, born in 86. You could be 17. Birthday could be on the 17th. 8 is relevant. You could be born on the 8th of the month or the 8th month of the year. Like, I don't know. But these numbers could be very relevant to somebody. We have 11 here as well. And 33. Life path 33. Life path 11. We have 17 here. 8. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. All right. What else do we need to know? 5 of Cups. Okay. So there's justice here after there was a betrayal in a situation. With this love spell in reverse, I feel like there was a betrayal in some type of relationship here, okay? It brought a lot of depression and sadness and loneliness. Breakup is here, okay? So maybe this love spell, they were trying to do a love spell so there wouldn't be a breakup in the situation. And now I feel like they have regrets for this, okay? We have the moon in reverse, which lets me know that with this love spell in reverse, this betrayal, sadness, this justice, this is just double backing this justice. The secrets are out. And I feel like that's a part of justice for, whoever was doing this to be put on display, Like, whatever this situation is, we have 18 here again, okay? Oh, no, we didn't have 18. That was 17. But 18 is here. So, I feel, whatever this is, it's just time for all of this to stop, okay? The secrets are out. It's time for justice. This has to be put to a rest, okay? Like dead ass. The world, I can't make this up. It's a completion of a cycle, okay? With the world here, it's time for, you know, it's time for, you know, success. It's a conclusion to the nonsense, and it's time for somebody to grow up. Like, somebody is being vindicated in this nonsense. Confirmation. I don't know if y'all heard my phone double beep. So, you know, whoever was doing this on the opposing person, it's time for them to be vindicated. You know, for them to be set free from this bullshit. Like, it's time. It's time. Period. Like, it's an end to this situation. Okay. I can't make this up. Sick and tired. Over it. Moving on. Decision has been made. The reading that I posted before this was about the angels have spoken. And God said enough is enough. Okay. So this is a double confirmation. You have the world card here. You have decision made. It's the end of a cycle for one person. It's a repeat of a cycle for somebody else. Like, somebody's moving on, and by you moving on, this has somebody else, you know, in regret or what have you. Let's see what's going on with this bondage. All right. This bondage here, we have the Six of Pentacles, okay? So somebody in this situation, maybe I feel like somebody was paid to be in this situation, or, you know, they gave donations toward this situation. They either earned money to do this, or they received donations to do this, okay? They were being paid very well, you know, to do this work. And I feel like they got trapped up in whatever this is. We have the Eight of Wands here, okay? With this Eight of Wands here, this is just letting me know that communication is spreading fast about whatever this is. You know, people getting text messages, you know, it's positive news that this has come to an end with this bondage. Like, somebody's got tied up in this situation. And, for, you know, I feel like the way that this is spreading so quick, and she's looking at her phone. I don't know if this is a text message. Like I said, it could be, you know, social media. It could be somebody's communicating, you know, FaceTiming, conversations, emails. They're reading something, but something is coming through where, you know, it's a positive effect that this is happening. This is like an end or completion or something. We got the Seven of Swords here, okay? This betrayal. Somebody's getting news about this deception, this double life, this thief, okay? So I don't know why this is coming out as a good thing. I'm looking at this card, right? She's smiling on here, and it looks like this is a smile as well. So I don't know if this is a happy ending for somebody in some sort of way, in some sick way. But, you know, this bondage here and this information that's moving quickly about this betrayal is bringing great news to somebody else. All right. Many people think excitement is happiness, but when you are excited, you are not peaceful. True happiness is based on peace. So somebody is not getting peace in this situation. Eight of Wands does also speak about karma. So maybe it's good news to someone that somebody's going through karma. I mean, that's petty, but I mean, if they did what they did, they got to pay the piper, but we don't praise somebody else's downfall, okay? We move in love and light. Yeah, so at the end of the day, you know, somebody's reaping what they've sown. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Spirit guys, what do we need to know in reference to this? Oh, somebody's finances are getting hit. Wait. Somebody doesn't want their finances to get hit because of this, okay? We did say earlier that they were receiving donations or bribes or, you know, I didn't say bribes, but it might be a bribe. I said it. Somebody was getting paid possibly to do whatever this is, okay? They don't want their finances to be hit. This infidelity, I feel like they don't want, with the moon here and the secrets being out. I feel like they don't want their finances to be a part of this karma. They don't want this infidelity to come out in their karma. They don't want this conflict with their family. Imbalanced love. Wow. Yeah. They don't want this. They don't want this, because this is going to be a whole shit show. Okay. Let me see. How is this person feeling? Spirit guides, how is this person feeling? So collective can know. What was that? Try to jump in there. Analytical in reverse. They can't figure this out. They don't know what to think. What is this person? What is that? Cold. They don't want to be cold anymore. They don't want to be put on ice. Shit. Third party. Wow. So y'all saw how that came out. Analytical was in reverse, and cold was in reverse, and we have third party. So the third party doesn't want to be put on ice, and they don't know what to think. They don't want to be in this toxic energy anymore. Okay. They don't want to be deceitful anymore. All right. So, man, the webs we weave. Okay. Let's see. What's going on with this gift? What's up with this gift, y'all? All right. We have Hermit. Okay. So, self-reflection. Hermit is just speaking about isolation. I feel like whatever the situation was, they possibly put you in isolation, okay? With this love spell, this betrayal, you know, the illusions and all that stuff, maybe that pushed you in your isolation, and that's where you learned that you had gifts, okay? Knowing more ourselves, becoming aware, self-reflection. And I feel like with this 9 on his card too, I feel like that's where you tapped into yourself when you were in isolation. You started listening to your own inner self, okay? In that meditation, that's when I feel like you developed your spirituality, your spirituality, okay? Yeah, I feel like that's where, you know, all of this was formed in that process while you were going through this. The Queen of Wands, yes, this is somebody that's ambitious, a leader, sexy, bossiness, okay? Like you were on your grind. You were learning yourself, ambitious, okay, organized. So I feel like maybe you were learning something with this temperament. I'm about to say temperament. I'm still got this cough, y'all. With this temperament. With the temperance in reverse, my gosh. You know, you were frustrated, you were alone, you know, you were going through a struggle, and I feel like you were learning about yourself. You know, with this, you was having some deep reflection with yourself. You probably thought you was losing your mind. Like, you know, when you tapping into spirituality and a gift, like, wow, you know, you're like, wait, huh? What? You know, what's going on here? So you were trying to decide what's really real, okay? That's what I really feel like. You was like, what? Okay? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness, okay? So I feel like you really, really had to get down and learn yourself all over again, okay? That's what I really, really feel like this was. In your isolation, you are the gift, okay? You are the gift. Spirit guys, what else do we need to know with this truth oracle? Can you tell us one thing? What do we need to know about this gift and this person? Ascending. Wow, you're leveling up. Promotion. I love this for the collective, okay? All right. Wow. With Chu in reverse, I feel like you're no longer in this deep thought, you know, with the puzzle wasn't solved, or, you know, you're no longer thinking about the things that were broken or disconnected. You've leveled up. So I feel like you've made progress. You know exactly what was going on, and, you know, you're moving forward. You're moving forward in love and light. Like, you're letting things grow for you. You know, you're no longer a part of this hot mess. With keep calm in reverse, I feel like you've regained your power, you know, with this meditation and you know, trying not to be over it. I feel like you didn't let this get to you. You it's almost like you discarded the nonsense behind the scenes, and you know, while you were in this isolation, you let it go. Your reflections on this was like, that's not my problem. Okay, and with this keep calm in reverse, I feel like you're coming out of this meditation phase. You know, I feel like you've gained clarity on the situation. You don't need to, okay? You don't need to look back. What is this opposition in reverse, okay? The moon, okay? It was an illusion, okay? There was a lot of confusion here, deceit and fear, but again, it didn't affect you. I just said this hot mess was not your problem, okay? What do we have here? We have the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this Nine of Swords here. All right, so now this person, they wanted, I feel like with this Queen of Cups in reverse, I feel like they wanted you not to be loyal. They didn't want you to be loving or tap into your emotions and be motherly and be psychic. They wanted you to be restless and in fear and have anxiety and a lot of worries. And with this Nine of Swords here, I think they wanted you to be in your head and not take any action, so you would lose your gift. You wouldn't have your gifts. But with this opposition in reverse, it did the exact opposite. Like you did not... yeah, Empress in reverse. They didn't want you to be in this position. You know, have no peace, no love, no abundance. But, you know, you're stepping into your power. You're good. You're still moving in the way that you should. Can we get one card, Holy Spirit? Hiding their true feelings, mixed signals, secret love. Okay, I feel like with this hiding their true feelings, I feel like somebody basically was just, I mean, obviously they was wearing a mask, but they was also like throwing rocks and hiding their hands. So it's like, in one sense, you know, you're thinking with the love spell in reverse, you know, maybe you felt like you were in a situation where it was real. And you had, you know, deep emotions for somebody, but then you find out that this person really didn't care about you. Yeah, vibes in sync. You thought that y'all was on the same page and y'all was flowing together. But, you know, there was no real soul bond here, okay? This person was wearing a mask. You know, nothing was growing in this situation, okay? And with forgiving you, I feel like you didn't have peace in this situation. We had that right here. There was no peace, no happiness. All right. What card? What card was that? Yeah, the no peace. So I mean, it's just a common flow of this, but you didn't let somebody's foolery and that double life that we saw. You didn't let that affect you. I feel like you knew exactly what was going on once you were in this solitude situation, and things just started coming together for you. I really feel like that's what was going on. That's too many. Let's look at them though. I'm just curious. Is this like 4 cards? All right. Single in reverse, legal, anxiety, December through March. Let it be. Okay. All right, so somebody doesn't want you to be single. You know, they're going through legal issues. They got a lot of anxiety. Something about the December through March. I don't know. Something's going to be taking place between December through March this winter. And they don't want you to let this be. Maybe they don't want you to leave them alone. Let fate play out. Like, I almost feel like they want you to wait for them. What's on the bottom of the deck? Insecure in reverse, low self-esteem. Yeah, you don't have low self-esteem. This person is going through it. Okay, you're not single. They don't want you to be single is what I'm trying to say. You're not in a committed relationship. They got legal issues. They got a lot of anxiety behind this, okay? Or I could take this two ways. They're not single and they have legal issues. We did see double life. This, whatever they got themselves involved in, brought them a lot of anxiety this winter, December through March, because they refused to let something be, okay? But with this insecurities, they don't want to have this self-doubt about a soul contract. They don't want to move in this insecure, low self-esteem way with this contract. I feel like they're going to try to find a way with spice it up behind here. Can't make it up. Spice it up, divine counterpart, twin flame, karmic, your person. They're going to try to find a way to bring this back, but they're heartbroken. This can't be redone. Like, this is over. And the message that I posted before here was the angels was like, nah, this is it, okay? Let's see, what's this concern in reverse? Because I really don't feel like you care. I was about to say something else, but I'm going to keep it clean, okay? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, all right? Success is delayed or does not bring expected happiness, okay? So, again, we saw somebody's finances. They don't want their finances messed up. They don't want the secrets out about this infidelity. They don't want this conflict with their family. You're not concerned about whatever this person's going through, all right? Poor money management, greed, whatever. They did all these things behind your back, and now they're bound to it, okay? We have the Eight of Cups here. You walked away and let this go, all right? So you're on your way to your success or whatever you got going on that you're working on because you're a queen, you and your boss energy, okay? The Queen of Wands. This Nine of Wands in reverse here. I feel like you're no longer guarded or going through these setbacks, or I feel like you don't need any more time or space to know what's going on in this situation. I feel like because you walked away, you released this. So as you release this, you're not dealing with the setbacks that came with all the trickery that came from this situation. We have grief. I've learned is really just love. It's all the love you want to give but cannot. So you realize that this situation, this person couldn't love you the way that you needed them to. All right? And I feel like that's why you walked away. And the concern is in reverse. What else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Karmic lesson. You learned the karmic lesson, okay? Past lessons repeating themselves. They wanted to pull you back into this cycle, but you're like, I'm good. I'm good. Again, this cannot be rewritten, all right? This cannot be rewritten. The weather, the storm, this isn't your storm to carry, okay? Divine masculine, stubborn, logical protector, all right? This isn't your situation. Should I stay or should I go? You're like, nah, I'm good. Not my concern, okay? Let's see. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Let's get one from here. And then we'll close this out. Can we get one? Wow. The end. End of an opportunity. Somebody's going to be sitting alone, okay? In an empty room. Again, karmic. They were greedy. All of this, the moon, the secrets are out. They don't want their family distorted by this infidelity, this double life, this conflict. All right? You're done with this, okay? Clearly. Unconcerned, not concerned. End of an opportunity. You see the snakes for who they are, okay? And this is it. And I feel like they'll always be looking for you and somebody else. All right? Reconciliation is at the bottom. So they can't repair this. This is done. Shadow work is in reverse. They didn't do the shadow work. Due to toxic attachments. Karmic lesson. I can't make this up. Okay? Karmic lessons, addictions, drugs, alcohol, obsession, toxic attachment. So these things, Somebody was in this devilish energy. All right. All right, y'all. Please like, share, subscribe, follow me, follow me, follow me. Okay. Cash App donations are appreciated. They help me, you know, get more decks and help me build the channel. Let's close this out with something positive. Let's see what the spirit guides have to say. I hope it's something great. What else do we need to know? Can we get one card? Close this out on something positive, possibly. Not overthinking on goals. Yes. All right. 46 and 25 might be relevant for somebody. Overthinking is in reverse and goals. So I feel like you're no longer overthinking on what you need to do. You're following your goals, making boss moves because you're in this Queen of Wands energy. Okay. So I feel like you know exactly what you want. You know exactly where you're headed. And you're not going to let anything stop you. And I'm hearing, nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All right? Confirmation. So you got this. All right? I'm so proud of you, collective. Stay strong. Don't let nobody get you off your game. All right? Until the next time, I'll be back. I might do a live in about 6:37-ish. So come back and check me out. All right? Bye.